Welcome to the SALT Sideline Report. I am Leanna Haakons, and we are here at SALT New York, standing with Tim Harrington, the president of BattleFin. Welcome.
Oh, well, thanks for having me. I mean, how great is it to be back in person? I mean, like, after being locked at home for 18 months, I'm just like ecstatic to be talking to people, walking around. Kudos to, Salt and Anthony for getting this done, because I think everyone coming into it was a little hesitant, and these last 2 and 3 days, finishing tomorrow, have just been awesome for us. We've loved it. So, thanks Anthony, John Darcy, Joe, great job.
It's been amazing. We had Anthony on the Sideline Report here yesterday talking about the energy in this building at the new Javits Center expansion and just having everyone from the industry come back. We're talking about a lot of subjects actually at SALT this week that weren't even really topics of conversation much at 2019.
Yep.
Kind of like the BattleFin area of business, alternative data. So you were part of a panel today talking about your company BattleFin and your Ensembl platform and the importance of alternative data in making investment decisions in this space. So tell me a little bit about Ensembl and where BattleFin really came from with the alternative data.
Yep. So my background was always finance, so had worked at SAC, now Point72, went to JP Morgan Ventures. I was a fundamental analyst in PM, and one of the things we're always looking for was, how do we get, interesting information, and not necessarily from the company, because, a CFO and a CEO are very, very focused on telling you the positives. So one of the things we're always looking for was, how do we find an alternative source for data? So we started using satellite imagery, geolocation, counting people going in and out of stores, things like that. And it's evolved to, app tracking, subscriber growth numbers, like anything that's publicly available that we can get out there and scrape and organize, we put on our platform, which is called Ensembl. It's a SaaS platform, similar to like a Bloomberg terminal, but a Bloomberg terminal for data. $2,000 a month, over 2,200 data sets, and really just the ability to go in and ask a question and say, hey, I'm worried about inflation. Like, what's going on with inflation right now? We can help you identify the data set, organize it, and hopefully come away with a better answer to the questions you guys are asking.
And so what types of users overall or specifically in the alternative space are using the Ensembl platform?
It started off very quantitative. So we had the large quant hedge funds. That slowly evolved into more fundamental discretionary managers, analysts. We deal with a lot of corporate customers now because you kind of want to know about what's going on with your competition. You want to find out ways to cut costs. I mean, if you're Apple, you want to know what's going on with your supply chain. We have ability to work with companies that track the different cargo containers, and they can tell you where there's jams in different ports and what raw materials are going to be backed up. Like, one thing that's been really big lately has been the chip shortage and how that affected all the automobile companies. And we were able to do a lot of these different exercises to show that, like, it's not over. Like, this is not a 2021 event. This is going to be worked out through 2022. And then, following those data sets so that giving those investors an advantage to put the positions on and get the conviction in those different names.
And so when you're in your conversations at SALT this week and otherwise, where do you see that there's the most need for this type of insight? I mean, you've mentioned a lot of examples already, but I'm sure that there's some specific companies or types of funds that were really lacking before, and now with sort of this advent of alternative data access, it's really going to be useful for them.
Yeah, I'd say the public companies, it took off years ago. What we're seeing a lot of demand for now is private company data, just because a lot of funds are actually investing in earlier stage investments. So they're doing private company investments, like we just did the panel with Matt Ober from Third Point. Traditionally, they were all only public. Now they're looking at a lot of private companies. Everyone's looking for alpha. You've seen what's happened with the PE companies, the VC companies. So we've been actually aggregating a lot more private data sets. Everyone from the pitchbook.com. There's a company called Forge that has a new data product. I think they just went public on Monday, so they went public through a SPAC. So it's kind of coming from everywhere, though. Like, people want more data.
Yeah. And BattleFin is making it very easy and accessible to get access to that for investors of all kinds.
Yeah, I mean, I think like what we love is people come to us with questions and we can give them answers with data. They don't have to rely just on the company anymore. They can, do their own work, figure out where the delta is, and put that trade on.
Well, we thank you so much for joining us at Salt in real life this week. It's
Yes.
great
Let's do
to
it
have
again. Let's keep
know.
it going. Let's keep it going.
We are. We're just getting started. New York is back, and we're not going anywhere. So
Yeah, awesome job, Salt. Good job, Anthony.
thank you for being here.
Thank you, Lan.